I thought I'd show you a project I've been working on. I have a few of these MCP23017 GPIO expanders, and they're pretty great. I'm using it here to drive 8 LEDs and have an interrupt button. So if I change the value of this, it will trigger an interrupt, and then when it gets red, it'll reset the interrupt. These are really good for when you have to cascade interrupts. So if you've got like 7 chips, we'll say, that all have an interrupt line, you can actually feed them into this chip and use it as sort of a place to amalgamate all of those interrupts. As far as driving I/O, it's nice. It's 25 milliamps per pin, but you can do the same thing with a shift register. It's a lot cheaper. But these are great when you want to sort of run different I/O. So in this particular case, I wrote a Rust library. So there's the Rust Embedded working group, and they have a hardware abstraction layer. So whenever I write drivers for these chips, I end up using Rust. One of the benefits of that is that if I ever want to call it from C, I can take Rust, create basically an FFI boundary, so that foreign function call interface, so that I can call my Rust code from C and from Python and from wherever else I'd like. But yeah, so I'll have a link to that in the description if you want to play around with it. And if you're curious about how any of this works or have some ideas, feel free to post in the comments. One other thing before I cut off this video is that while working with these, you have to make sure that you've tied your reset line high. If you don't do that, it will randomly reset on you and you won't understand what's going on. Another thing is you'll want to make sure that the SCA and SCL, the S2C lines, are pulled high with a 1K resistor each. And I have a weird problem with my setup here where when it resets, I have to set a very specific register. There will be notes in the library source code, but I have to set the OLAT register to output latch register. I have no idea why. It's only output latch for A, but that's a weird gotcha that I'm sure just affects me because I don't have an bypass capacitor and I'm using a few resistors that are out of spec. So I don't know, but it's been fun. So yeah, again, if you've got questions, comments, or if you want to help build random Rust drivers, let me know. Thanks.